want to discuss the power of remembering things, and I want to talk a little bit about a phenomenon that seems to have occurred through time called global amnesia. And one of the things I spend a lot of my time doing with clients is getting them to remember, getting them to look back in their lives and remember who they are and what shaped them. And what I find is that they really, at first they really struggle with it, but once they get into it and they start to remember who they are, suddenly they're off and they're able to create anything that they want. But it seems to be that, you know, somewhere along the way, our ability to do this got hijacked. It's like our consciousness got hijacked. And in some cases, we see it now, you know, marketing companies, you know, hijack our consciousness, religions hijack our consciousness. You know, and I've nothing against religions. They're very important, and we needed a moral ground upon which to stand. But it hijacked our consciousness. And what happens is that people seem to equate their lives to, you know, our history here to like 2,000 years. But when you stop and have a look now, where some of the discoveries that are happening in Turkey and Göbekli Tepe, up in Istanbul, like there are this extraordinary discoveries occurring where they're, you know, discoveries of ancient civilizations that were super intelligent, like super intelligent. And what I find interesting is that, you know, we forget all this. We forget the history, you know. Even if we stop and understand that there were extraordinary civilizations back there, we still have this disconnect. We don't think that they were part of us. You know, we don't think that they were related to us or they had anything to do with us. But in actual fact, they are our ancestors. You know, we come from a level of intelligence that is extraordinary, like extraordinarily intelligent. They were extraordinary mathematicians, they were extraordinary astronomers, and you know, we are infinitely intelligent. We have intelligence that is beyond comprehension, but somewhere along the way it gets hijacked by this quick fix and this quick book and this quick need, you know, to turn up here and check out as quickly as possible and get as much out of this as we possibly can, and I suppose in some way selfishly. But in actual fact, you know, when a person builds a vision for their lives, the only way you can do that is you have to get them to really remember the substance that has made them up. You know, when you start to talk to a person about the fact that we're made up of the same thing that all our atmosphere is made up of, you know, that our supernovas are made up of, and the same energy that travels through a supernova, that is used in a supernova to create another supernova, is exactly the same energy that flows and floods through the frontal lobe of your brain. You know, when we start to think about the origins of what we are, that we are star-like, you know, we come from that same space. We are made up of exactly the same substance that the whole universe is made up of, and that the whole universe is happening because it's an internal projection of you. So I think all of this is changing now. I think that science is now allowing us to realize and make us check into the substance of what we are, make us fully realize what we're made of. And we're made up of the stars. You know, we're made up of exactly that same substance, exactly that same stuff. And in actual fact, when we start to take hold of this, you know, it starts to push us out. And I mean, I have an insatiable appetite to understand the origins of what we are, where we come from. I have an insatiable appetite to build on my own levels of intelligence so that I can understand the world more, so that I can help other people understand the world more, so that I can, you know, have an easier ride through this thing and fill my heart and fill my life with gratitude and love and acceptance and all the things that are required in order for us to actually make it. So if we're gonna make it, we gotta realize that we have it within us to make it. You know, we're intelligent enough, smart enough, wise enough. We gotta get away from this quick fix, this quick book, this quick effectiveness, everything happening fast, fast, fast. We gotta slow down, and we gotta understand that everything we require in order to make it here, we've got. None of us were left out. We can do, be, and have whatever we want within our lives. And I think that as soon as we start to understand the substance of where we come from, this global amnesia thing is going to go out of the way. We will stop our consciousness from being hijacked by any exterior reference points, and we start to create our world from the internal world, from the inside out, which is where everything comes from in the first place.